What's good, y'all? Welcome back, and I said welcome back to yet another video. And I'm here to discuss something that I've always kind of had a question about. You know what I mean? And it's just gonna be another one of those yap sessions that honestly I haven't done in a while. Like I'm talking about with a long period of time, but this is something that was really on my heart for a little minute. And people have asked this question before, right? They've asked this question of, can the Boondocks survive 2026? I always thought that was a good question because, well, let's be real here. The Boondocks, for its time, I would say, did the most. It did the absolute most. It criticized almost every single part of the world in some way, shape, or form. It criticized black people, white people, Hispanics, gay people, politics, singers, actors, like you name it. The Boondocks criticized it or parried it. You know what I'm trying to say. Criticized it in some way, shape, or form. And bro, let me tell y'all something. If it caused a lot of ruckus, pun not intended, back then, it can definitely cause a lot of problems now. And I mean that. Because now we live in a society, we live in this day and age where it's very kind of easy to cancel people nowadays. It's very easy to offend. It's very easy to for people to take things the wrong way in some way, shape, or form. It's very easy for that, and we see a lot of people get deplatformed nowadays or blackballed. Like it's very easier to get blackballed and taken down nowadays. And I feel like that the Boondocks really would it have survived? Honestly, I think it could. Yeah, I think it definitely could. I know some people say, oh, the Boondocks wouldn't be able to survive 2026. Or it wouldn't be able to survive this day and age. Bro, let's keep it real, right? Family Guy, Family Guy's a bigger show than the Boondocks was. Let's keep it real. The Family Guy, South Park, a lot of Seth MacFarlane shows, they've always been bigger shows than the Boondocks, and the Boondocks was a bit more smaller and contained where it was at. So I feel like that, Family Guy, they definitely got through cancellation. They definitely got through things that are offensive. They take shot at anything and almost everything. And guess what? They're still on air, almost 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with South Park. South Park, they've been around for was it the 90s for them? I'm not sure. But South Park is arguably a more offensive show than the Boondocks. Maybe. Yin or yang, you feel me? Either or. But, like I said, they're still going strong. And the Boondocks, man, I wish they were still here. I really do wish that it was still here and thriving. It was supposed to come back in 2020, I think 2020, right? 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. I made videos about it. But, of course, John Witherspoon, the voice of Granddad, ended up passing away. And, man, let me tell y'all something. That broke my heart to hear that because, I love John Witherspoon's work. I love what he had going on. He was very entertaining and very talented. And for him to pass away, you know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. I mean, well, he was already elderly. But I feel like it was kind of out of nowhere because he was returning on the Boondocks, as a very iconic character. There was some drama between his son and the studio, and also one of his son's closest friends took the role of Granddad. And of course, he maybe felt some type of way to that because it's like, yo, what are you doing? Felt a bit slighted by that. So I feel like the drama surrounding the Boondocks and plus Granddad's passing, it really kind of stopped the show, really kind of halted the show, and unfortunately got it canceled, the revival canceled. And apparently they already had the first episode already made. They had, from what I was hearing, they already had stuff set up, right? They had like a long special already made, and plus seasons that were going to come after that. And honestly, I would love to see it. I would have absolutely loved to see it. I think that was very important that they did all that work just to not even show it. Wow. I mean, it happens all the time in show business. We've all heard that before. But, that revival, I feel like would have been much needed. I would have loved to have it. I would have loved to see it. I saw the new art style. I'm not a big fan of the new art style. You know, I kind of wish that it was the older art style. You know, that would have been pretty fire to me. You know, it's kind of like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, basically. And also, season 4, I didn't like how season 4 ended the show. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate how season 4 ended. Season 4 to me, I feel like that magic was gone. You know what I mean? I'm saying I feel like that magic just was not there that it was in the previous seasons. My personal favorite season, I feel like, was season 2. I feel like season 2 was incredible, and I mean really incredible. Season 1 was iconic as well, but I feel like season 2 really lifted that bar. Season 3 was incredible as well too, but that was the trinity, the holy trinity, if you will, of Boondock seasons. Because season 4, bro, nah, I wasn't a big fan of that. You know, great, it had some good moments, but I wasn't a fan of the overarching plot of oh, they're being broke, granddad being broke, trying to do what he can to get some money, this, that, and the third. I don't know. I didn't really care for that plot point. You know, I didn't really care for that. But yeah, nevertheless, I do feel like that the Boondocks can survive nowadays. I definitely feel like it. It survived 2014, of course, but that was without the top-notch writing that it had beforehand. I feel like with top-notch writing, bro, yes, the Boondocks can absolutely survive 2026. I hated how it ended. I wanted to come back so bad. I really wanted to come back because I feel like that if the Boondocks really came back, it would fill a void left in a lot of individuals' hearts. Because when we see something crazy, like when it comes to a rapper or something crazy in the world, what do people say in the comments? Oh, the Boondocks would have had a field day with this. The Boondocks would have made this into something hilarious. The Boondocks, because, you know, the Boondocks, you know, like I said, it takes real life moments and turns them into something incredible to watch. So, yeah, you know, even politics. Politics is more divided than ever nowadays. Imagine if the Boondocks had a politic episode representing 2026 America. That would have been exciting to see. But yeah, I thought this was a very interesting video to make because, man, the Boondocks, bro, all-time great show. One of my favorites, easily. I vividly remember people in like kids at elementary school and middle school talking about how good the show was. And honestly, I had no business watching this show. I had zero business watching this show. Like, and they had zero business watching this show either. But they found ways to do it because Adult Swim, bro. Adult Swim was iconic in every single way. I remember staying up trying to sneak watch it, but not doing that for too long because I knew that my mom and dad would not let me do it. Just incredible show. And I would have loved to see the revival, bro. I would have loved to see it. And Aaron McGruder probably would have been a part of it too. He already came back to make comic strips back in like 2019, 2020. It would have been even better to see him, you know, a part of a big revival that is his TV show. I felt like I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I think that might be it. So, yeah, do you guys think that the Boondocks would have survived 2026? Would you guys like to see the revival? So, yeah, tell me what you guys think. So, yeah.